This is Tommy Watt for TT Boxing and IFL TV. I'm joined by promoter Paul Keegan and Dennis Hogan. Paul is one half of the DDP sports management team who are putting on the show. And it's your first show, Paul, so how's it been this baptism of fire putting on a show of this size, I imagine?
Yeah, it's been full on, Tommy. We made this decision probably 10 weeks ago, 12 weeks ago, to really just go for it. And we've tried to put on the best show possible. We're trying to bring that arena-style boxing back to Australia, rather than the traditional format of VIP tables, and try and create a bit of an atmosphere. You know, being from Ireland, you watch boxing growing up in Ireland, the UK, and America, and it's all about atmosphere. You know, so that's our plan. It's create an amazing night for all family, not just male dominated. We want people to feel comfortable bringing wives, kids, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's been full on. But good. Yeah,
I think that's been one of the keys to the rise in the sport in the UK, is that it's more of an event that people go to rather than just, say, following their mates or following a particular fighter. It's Saturday night of the fights. It makes, it's an event that they want to go to. And you can see from, you're building the card from the ground up, and it's a very competitive card. You've got Leopai coming back in as well. Are there any particular highlights, say, Dennis's fight aside, that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, we wanted to make sure, Tommy, that every fight meant something. So, you'd look at some of the fights and go, it should be a fairly comfortable night for a couple of fighters. But it's not, some of them aren't 50-50 fights, but they're comeback fights. Alex has to win, but he has to win really well. If Alex doesn't win really well, where does he go from here? Dennis, we're sort of working with Dennis very, very closely. It's all about his performance. I've never seen him train better. I've never seen him look better. So it's about, going out there and showing that now. I've seen Dennis in spars before, and you'd put him in there with anybody in the world. So it's now, Dennis is confident enough now with his new trainer to show those skills in a proper fight, which is good. Rowan Murdoch coming back. I think he's possibly one of the best boxers in the country. He has to win. He has to win well. Sam and Farris for the Australian title. That fight again means something. The guy who wins should knock on for regional honours and move on. The guy who loses, I don't know where they go. So really, every fight has an emotional, attachment towards it, and it really means something to the fighters. So.
Yeah, I think that fight with Farris and Sam is one that stood out to me when I looked at the card. So I've seen them both fight a few times previously, and both never really involved in too much of a boring fight. And Farris is very slick, very slick mover, and it can be very awkward. So I think that would be one definitely to look forward to. So what was it that got you into the promotional game? I understand you and Dennis have known each other, and you've been supporting Dennis for a while. So what was the decision to make the jump into full-on promotion?
It was really more of backing Dennis and him and our belief in him. That's really what it came down to. And Dennis said, I want the big fights. I want someone to believe in me. And we sat down. There was three of us, and Dennis is part of the management team. And it was really a belief in Dennis. That's what boxing is at the end of it. It's taking a gamble on someone and really believing in them. We've been involved in boxing on the back end for the last sort of 7 years. I've helped Dennis, sell tickets, do all his sort of unofficial management and stuff. So we've always been there, but we've never sort of been on the front end. And then it was the decision, probably as I say, 12 weeks ago, to, if we're going to do something, let's go and do it and really bite the bullet. And we're not looking at putting on a small show for our first one. It's a big task, massive task, and I'm really looking forward to October the 15th.
Yeah,
which is the day after the fight.
When you can enjoy yourself and relax. Absolutely. And Dennis, for you to have someone who is showing this much faith and really backing you to put on this show, what does that mean?
Yeah, of course, it's phenomenal. But again, I've had that belief in myself, and these look, Paul and Danny have been with me from the very start. From the year I got here, 2011, it's 2017 now. So, I mean, the belief has been there, the vision has been there the whole time. These guys are like family to me, and the vision and the belief is there. So this is only just going out there now and doing what we always knew where I would go, but be a part of it all together. So it's really good.
Yeah, absolutely exciting times. And one last thing I wanted to ask you about, Paul, was that I know you're coming into this with a slightly different model in terms of ticket sales and things like that for the fighters. Being around fighters all the time, I know one of the biggest stresses for them is selling tickets. I think that and making weight are the two toughest things that fighters have to do. Just quickly run through the sort of model that you guys are bringing in for this one.
We wanted to sort of partner up with the boxers, because I can see it from both sides. Having sold tickets and helped Dennis sell his tickets for the last sort of 6 or 7 years, we're delivering tickets to people's homes the day of the fight. We used to call ourselves Domino's Boxing. Guys would ring up and ask for a ticket, and we'd have to drop it around to their house. So we've got a bit of a different business model this, where we involve the boxers in it, and they get a bit of a commission, if you say, off ticket sales, and it's about partnering up with them and giving them that incentive to get out there and get their name. For us, these kind of interviews is not really what I want to do. It's all about the boxers, and that's our whole target is the boxers or the product. They're the ones who people attach to. So it's about creating those different products and creating the boxers and giving them their own sense of identity. And that's what the game really should be about, not about anybody else. So for us, it's building those brands around those boxers. So, yeah.
Excellent. Well, it looks like you've done a fantastic job putting this card together. So very much looking forward to coming down and watching, and being around for fight weekends. I know you obviously got a lot to do in the meantime. You've probably got a lot of training to do in the meantime, Dennis, and I know you're flying back up to Brisbane this afternoon. So we'll let you get off. Thank you a lot for your time, and we'll see you up in Brisbane very soon.
Cool. Thanks so much.
No worries. Cheers, guys.